Hello, and welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show. My name is Julie Carlson, and I'm delighted to be your host for tonight's Chamber Spotlight. Let's get started by meeting my first guest, Chamber member Maureen Cipolla, residential lender with First Midwest Bank. Maureen, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Julie.
Well, you're no stranger to the show because in the past you normally are sitting in this seat. How does it feel to be a guest?
It feels great. It's different, but great to be back, Julie.
Well, welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your role at First Midwest Bank.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you. For those of you that don't know me, I am a longtime resident of Tinley Park. My husband and I have lived here since 1997 and enjoy working and dining and having fun in Tinley Park. I'm a residential lender with First Midwest Bank right in downtown Tinley Park, and I help individuals achieve their home ownership dreams. So I lend on 1 to 4 unit properties.
Okay, and what motivated you to go into this line of business?
Well, definitely the people, Julie. I have to say that I enjoy the relationships that I've built along the way, and again, just kind of touching someone's heart when, it's nothing more exciting. Today I just got back from a closing, and a couple was upsizing, if you will. Their family grew and they bought a beautiful 4-bedroom house, and there's nothing more rewarding to see the smiles on their face when they're handed over the keys for that purchase.
Well, great, and we know that spring has officially sprung now, so the market is probably maybe about to change, and people are going to be looking for a new home, as you just alluded to, perhaps. What should people know, or how can they prepare for coming in to see you when they're applying for a loan?
That's an awesome question because not all individuals know what to expect or during the process, whether they're a first-time home buyer or maybe they haven't gone through the transaction a number of years. Every lender always looks, the first thing that we want to look for is helping compute those numbers. So talking about their income and what kind of budget that they have, because in addition to buying a home, they might have future expenses that we need to kind of know about, whether it's a future car. So again, we're looking for income documentation such as a pay stub, income tax returns, a W-2 if they're a W-2 wage earner, and then of course their assets. So maybe their down payment, what kind of finances do they have into the transaction?
And how about their credit score? We all know that that might factor in somewhere.
Yes,
how important is that?
Oh my gosh. Well, something that they didn't teach me when I was in school, in regards to credit, everything basically, that's the foundation of anyone getting a loan, whether it's a home loan or a student loan or a car. It all starts with credit. And I will tell you that credit is, it's not a riddle, if you will, but it's something that everyone needs to understand. And the first thing, Julie, is 35% of your score is weighted on making on-time payments once you have credit established. So there's a little mathematical equation designed in how your score is computed. But if you're someone that doesn't have credit yet, you want to come and talk to us at the bank because we have a program that helps individuals build their credit and establish credit, where if someone's, for instance, just graduating from school and they've landed their first great job, but they don't have a score. You can't really get past go without having that score. So there's many components that consumers should know about, and we have some phenomenal programs to help someone get started, or perhaps if they had a little speed bump down the road and maybe a medical situation and they fell behind, we can help them rebuild their credit as well. So lots of information available for consumers, and we can help them get in the right direction when it comes to buying.
Great. Sounds like you guys are really there to help. Who exactly would be your ideal customers or clients?
Oh boy, everyone.
Everyone.
And when I say everyone, again, one of the things that I enjoy most is I work with first-time home buyers. I work with buyers that are looking to perhaps upsize where their family's growing. And then I work with a lot of retired buyers and consumers. So maybe they're in that big house and they're like, well, I want to get a little bit something smaller, a little bit more affordable because they want a second home or traveling. So really if you're all walks of life, as far as, a young person looking to buy for their first time or someone that's looking to downsize, it's really, we have a program and a product for everyone.
Great. Thank you. Is there anything that you want to talk about as far as any upcoming events or promotions?
Sure.
Something along those lines?
We have a lot of different products and promotions that consumers may not know about. Unless you're really in the market and exploring financing, sometimes there's the best kept secret that's out there. And one of the things that I enjoy is with First Midwest Bank, we are partnered with several different programs, grant programs, down payment assistance. And if, for instance, you're a first-time home buyer, there might be a grant program out there that can help you get to the finish line a little sooner. And what that translates to, Julie, is let's say that we have an individual that is a first-time home buyer, and they're ready to buy, but they're maybe a little bit short of down payment. We have a program that we're partnered with the Illinois Housing Development Authority, IDA, where there is down payment assistance, for instance, $6,000 that consumers may be eligible for. And it's simple as having a 640 middle FICO score and having an income bracket that falls in the 80% average median income. And again, we can help them get those funds, and it's free. That's the best part of it. So not every lending institution is partnered with these organizations. We at First Midwest are. So that's another feather in our cap, if you will. So it's, again, helping people get to the finish line a little bit sooner. So
Super. Do you have any particular plans for the future, business goals that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm always looking to branch out in the community, and the Chamber has been a beautiful vehicle for that. But I do a little outreach with the community as well. I'll do home buyer workshops with our libraries, of course, and then just word of mouth. Another program that I'm really thrilled to offer that we have at First Midwest Bank is an Honoring Our Hero program. So if you are a police officer, a fireman, a teacher, a first responder, you're eligible for a $550 discount, off of your closing cost. And that's another, again, it's not a secret, but it's not something that's published on a billboard. So again, working with our local community heroes, again, it's just another reason how we can give back to those community members.
Oh, very much so. Great information you've provided. Maureen, it looks like we've got just a little bit of time left. Is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers as a concluding message?
No, sure. Well, whether you're shopping for a mortgage, shopping for a CD, a simple bank account, we welcome you to come into any First Midwest Bank location, and we value you as our customer. Julie, thank you for having me on the show, and it's been a pleasure. I look forward to great things with the Chamber.
Well, thank you for being on the show. If you're interested in more information about Maureen or about First Midwest Bank, you can pick up the phone and call the Chamber office at 532-5700. That's 708-532-5700. Or you can visit the website at www.tinleychamber.org. Again, thanks for being a guest on the show, Maureen.
Thanks for having me.
My next guest is Chamber member Patrick Rush, Executive Director for Public Relations and Resource Development at South Suburban College. Pat, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get started by having you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I was actually born and raised in Tinley Park. Went to St. George Grade School, went to Providence Catholic High School, went to Purdue in West Lafayette. So go Dragons, go Celtics, go Boilers. Ended up in this current role as the Executive Director of PR and Resource Development at South Suburban College. I've been there since about 2002.
And what got you started in this field?
So I would say throughout my education, writing was always my greatest strength. So I'm a storyteller by nature, and that coupled with I was always in leadership roles in athletics and social organizations that I was in. So it was a natural fit for me to study communications and political science at Purdue. And when I graduated, I actually had a great opportunity working for the Illinois House of Representatives, and I worked there for about a year and a half, and an opportunity opened up at South Suburban College, and first started in a creative marketing technician position at the college, And over the years, I've been able to work my way into the current role.
Good for you. So what exactly is happening at South Suburban College? Tell us all about it.
So South Suburban College is a community college, and as a community college, we have a district that we serve a very affordable tuition rates to our students. So our district goes from Harlem Avenue and Tinley Park to the Indiana border, north to Blue Island, south to Lansing and Country Club Hills. So we have about 22 communities that we serve with the in-district tuition rate. And a lot of people think that a community college is for 2 years and transfer. And while we do that, and we do it at a very affordable rate for students, many students can come to South Suburban College for free and transfer on to a 4-year institution. But we also offer over 100 different career education programs. And so we're trying to get the word out about these wonderful programs where students can come to South Suburban College for 2 years or less, oftentimes even in 16-week increments, and get stackable certifications to go right into the workforce. So we offer a wide range of associate degrees and certificate programs in healthcare, in STEM, in business programs. So a wide range of things for students that are looking for a variety of different goals in their educational career.
Great. Now I know that you have 2 locations. Why don't you
Correct.
talk a little bit about each one of them and where they're located?
Right, so our main campus where I'm at is in South Holland. Our Oak Forest Center obviously is in Oak Forest, and at the Oak Forest Center we also have our Business and Career Institute, and they provide contract training for businesses, business owners, employees of local businesses. So South Suburban College has been around since 1927. We're one of the oldest community colleges in the country, actually, and we opened our main campus in South Holland in about 1970. It's been a long run. We actually started in a high school classroom in Thornton. Thornton School District in Harvey. So we've greatly expanded over the years to where we're at now.
Right, it used to be Thornton Community College.
Right, and a lot of people still remember us as Thornton Junior College, TJC, Thornton Community College,
Yeah.
and now South Suburban College since about 1980.
So Pat, who are your ideal students?
So we serve everybody. The wonderful thing about community colleges is that we're built to provide accessibility to everyone, regardless of wealth, race, ethnicity, academic level. We service everybody, and we offer dual credit programs for high school students, all the way up to free classes for seniors. We have our average age of students about 30 years old. We have a large group of returning adult students that come back to us for a career change, or adults that haven't been in school for 20 years or more often can come back and still get acclimated at South Suburban College. We provide a wide range of support services to help these students. We provide tutoring, academic assistance. We have a Latino center. We have speaking and writing labs. We have a wonderful tuition rate that's exponentially lower than the 4-year institutions. But we also provide tuition waivers, scholarship programs, a lot of support systems in place for students to come back and find success wherever they're at in their academic career.
And how about students currently there? What types of activities, meaning do you have sports programs, do you have extracurricular activities that you can offer to the students?
We do. We have excellent sports programs. We have currently our men's basketball team is playing this Saturday to go to the national tournament. Our baseball program has placed many players in Major League Baseball. And all of our programs have really high transfer rates to 4-year institutions. A lot of the student athletes do transfer on to play at other institutions and are very successful. We have a performing arts center, so we have a wide range of theater and performing arts programs. And we also have art studios. So it's a very, very well-rounded education and activities at the college.
Most definitely, a lot of stuff going on there. So what would you say to a prospective student or someone who's watching the show that might not necessarily be considering SSC?
I would say check us out. We have a wide range of opportunities, and no matter what you're looking to pursue, even if you know you want to go on to the 4-year school, you can come to South Suburban College and save thousands and thousands of dollars before you transfer on. It's also a good way to find out what you're truly interested in. Oftentimes students go away to 4-year schools and realize they didn't want to pursue that academic plan. Community college is a great place to figure out what it is you want to do at an affordable rate, and we have a very high quality of instructors. Our faculty is our greatest asset. They're not focused on research, they're focused on training students in the classroom with hands-on training. They're experts in their field. Our legal studies instructors are attorneys, our business instructors are CPAs, and our nursing instructors are RNs. So they're going to get a great hands-on experience at South Suburban College if they give us a try.
Any business plans or goals that you have you'd like to share with our viewers?
We do. We actually have a wonderful executive leadership team in place right now. Dr. Lynette Stokes became president in October of 2018, and she's put together a great team of people who are leading the college, bringing new programs to the college. We've received new grants. We actually launched a new marketing campaign last summer, and our enrollment in this past spring for the first time in several years was up 6% in credit hours. And part of one of the grants that we have, we're bringing a new barber college to South Suburban College in the fall. A barber college is very expensive usually to attend, and now that it's going to be at the community college, we'll be the only community college in the area that has that. It's going to be affordable for our community. And last but not least, when the governor signed the capital bill into effect last summer, he appropriated $52 million for South Suburban College to build an allied health and nursing facility. And so we're really excited about that. We have a $20 million gap to make the project happen, so we're starting to launch a capital campaign now in conjunction with our college foundation. But we're hoping to break ground sometime in the next year on that project, and maybe fall of 22 or definitely fall of 23 we'll have a brand new shining facility that the region can be proud of, and it's going to allow us to expand our healthcare programs and also bring some new programs to the community.
Well, boy, that
Yeah.
sure is a lot to be excited about.
Yep.
A barber school.
Yes.
Neat.
Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming events going on that you'd like to talk about?
We do. Actually, we're going to highlight our healthcare and nursing programs at our event at Odyssey Country Club on April 17th. It's our Foundation Showcase 2020. It's our annual scholarship fundraiser gala. But in conjunction with the Allied Health Facility, we're going to highlight those healthcare programs and also share some information about what that facility is going to look like and what our capital campaign is going to look like going forward. So it's a great night out. There's a lot of ways to participate. We love to see people there. We usually have about 400 community members that attend the event, but we also have a great auction. We have sponsorship opportunities. So we hope that people will consider joining us or at least supporting our cause.
And that's open pretty much to anybody?
It's open to everybody.
Okay,
Yep, absolutely.
Great. Well, we've got just a little bit of time left here. Is there anything that you'd like to say to our viewers as a concluding message?
I think I'd just like to let everybody know South Suburban College is a great place for your college education. We have high quality academic programs, but we also have wonderful waivers and scholarship opportunities. So whether or not you get financial aid, you may qualify for a scholarship. And we have a free class for anybody who has never taken a credit class before at South Suburban College. They can take a free class, and if they do well, they can get another free class. So it's a no-brainer to give us a try. It doesn't cost anything to get started. And we also offer a wonderful high school opportunity for high school graduates. It's called our Board of Trustees Scholarship. It is a full tuition waiver for 2 years for anybody who graduates high school with a 3.5 GPA or higher, or finishes in the top 15% of their graduating class. So South Suburban College offers the most robust program of scholarship and waiver opportunities of any school in the state, and we want you to take advantage of it. So check us out.
Well, I'm sure people will. Pat, I can't thank you so much for being a guest on our show. I wish
Thanks.
you all the best.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Future endeavors.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
You too.
My final guest is Chamber Member Dan Peterson, owner of Flipswitch. Dan, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I started Flipswitch about 8 years ago as a solution for small business owners, and we relocated the business from Champaign, Illinois up here about 5 years ago now, and we continue to work with small businesses all over the country.
And what exactly does Flipswitch do?
So like I said, I started it 8 years ago. It was a solution for small business owners. So I come from a small business background. Almost every family member I have is an entrepreneur. And so even growing up as a kid, I saw all the ins and outs of business, and I saw all of the issues that business owners had from, like an advertising standpoint and budgeting standpoint and that type of thing. So when I started this company originally, for the first couple of years, it was a web design company. And then due to the nature of that business and the demand for social media, we switched over to a social media company about 6 years ago, and that's what we've done ever since. So we did it as a solution because small business owners don't have deep pockets for ad revenue, and we're a very affordable business. So
And who do you appeal to most? Who are your ideal customers?
So small to mid-sized companies that either have a social media team that we can help take to the next level, or don't have a social media presence at all, or have anybody on staff that can do it. Obviously, social media is changing all the time. There's constantly something new. The algorithms are changing. There's always something going on. So it's just it's a benefit to the small business owner to have a team like ours that can provide such a solution for them and take it off their plate.
And where is Flipswitch located?
So I have an office in Orland Park, but we have remote staff somewhat locally, and then we have clients in I think like 17 or 18 states. So because it's a digital business and it's, we're able to work with people remotely, I guess you would say. We don't do a lot out of an office. We don't have like some fancy building downtown that costs a lot of money, and we're able to pass that savings along to the end user.
And in addition to yourself, how many people do you employ at Flipswitch?
We use about a half a dozen people at a time. It depends on the needs of the business.
And what's a day in the life like for Dan Peterson?
Oh man, so typically it's a lot of phone calls, a lot of in-person meetings as well. I do a lot of chamber seminars, do a lot with chambers like Tinley Park. I do a lot of lunch and learns and bring people in and do a lot of educational things as well. So it's a lot of social media, of course, a lot of digital stuff all day long.
Sure. Now, what would make someone pick up the phone and call Flipswitch?
So the typical need for a business like ours comes from two things. It's time and it's resources and education on that side of things. So the time, there's only so much time in a day for a small business owner to be able to do what they do, and to add a whole bunch of social media on top of that is usually not practical or possible. On the other side, though, it's more of a resources knowledge type of supply that we provide. So a small business owner that doesn't know what algorithms even are, let alone when they change, how they change, what type of content to create, what to post, when to post it, all of that type of thing, it's just not feasible. So we handle all that. We take it off their plate for them.
Do you currently have any specials or promotions going on that you can share with our viewers?
We do. So for right now, if you are in the Chicagoland area, we are doing, if you purchase 12 months of social media from us, you're getting 3 months free. So you just text, I have to remember what it is, text FLIP to 484848, and you'll get that offer.
So there's probably other consulting businesses out there. What would you say separates Flipswitch from anybody else?
It's a good question. I think it's just our attention to detail and customer service, and actually it's pricing as well. There's a lot of price gouging that goes on in this industry. There's a lot of companies out there that I think because people don't know what social media is worth in certain cases. There's companies that feel like they can charge whatever they want and get away with it, and we keep our pricing really low so that it's affordable for a small business owner. So we're doing 3 to 5 times the work. If you bullet point lists compared to, from other companies compared to what we're doing about 3 to 5 times more work at about 1/3 to 1/5 of the cost. So it's very affordable, it's very powerful.
And what would you say makes you so unique?
I think it's, again, the fact that I grew up in a small business environment, and I just know the needs of small business owners. I know the demands that are already put on them, and the fact that they don't have the time and resources to put into something extra when they're already running their business on a day-to-day, basis. So I think that just gives us an advantage over maybe somebody that just graduates with a marketing degree that doesn't come from that small business background. I grew up in it from the time I was knee-high, so I just get it, and we pass that type of benefit onto the customer.
And how do customers find out about you? So someone maybe, say, a new business to Tinley Park, how would they know to reach out to Flipswitch?
Sure. So you can go to the Tinley Park Chamber website. Of course, you can Google Flipswitch Consulting or anything Flipswitch social media related, and we'll come up and find us on any social media channel.
Goals, business plans for the future, any of that you'd like to talk about?
Sure. We're always growing. We're always expanding. We're looking to bring on new clients all the time. We don't have a capacity for that like some agencies do. So if any of the viewers out there have any referrals or anybody they want to send our way, any small businesses that need the help, they can find us, like I said, online and send that work our way.
Great, great. I know I asked you a little bit more earlier about, what's it like, a day in the life for you. Could you just expand on that a little bit, just to, I know answering phone calls, and are you out and about all the time? Are you in the office? How do you and your staff spend their day?
Sure. So I'm out and about all the time. I'm very old-fashioned. I like to do handshakes and talk to people face to face. So from my standpoint, it's ironic. I always say I own a digital agency, but I'm very old-fashioned. I like to go out and meet people in person. And like I said, I do a lot of seminars, a lot of lunch and learns, and that type of thing. So I'm always out meeting with business owners. One of the reasons we don't have a big office that people come to, obviously they can come to my office in Orland Park, but we don't have this big office that people come and go, because I like to go out to the business owner, sit in with them, see what their business looks like. Every business is different and has its own set of needs. So if I can actually be there on site and meet with that business owner, it just gives a little added edge to what we do.
And time frame wise, what would you say is the amount of time that you spend with your average client?
In a meeting, we can usually have a 1 to 2 hour consultation and figure out all the needs for that business. But it all varies by business.
As far as when the job is complete, what depends on the magnitude of what it is they're looking for?
Well, most of them pay us, and we do a month-to-month work. So we do all the posting, monitoring, everything that's social media related. We do it all every day, all day for them.
Great. Well, Dan, it looks like we've got just a little bit of time left.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you would like to say to our guests as a concluding message?
I think that the biggest thing that I would like people to know is that social media is constantly changing. There's not a set manual that you can really go by when it comes to each business's needs. So if you are a business owner and you need social media, it's an agency like ours that can make that happen for you. It's not something that you have to worry about pricing. It's very affordable. It's something that is, believe it or not, easy to sign up for, easy to have done, and that we take off your plate. So
wonderful.
It's not as hard as it sounds, I guess, is my point.
All so much good information. Well, Dan, I'd really like to thank you so much for being a guest on the show.
Thanks.
It's been a pleasure having you, and I wish you all the best with your business.
Thank you so much.
Folks, if you'd like to learn more about Dan or any of our guests on tonight's show, you can just call the Chamber office at 708-532-5700 or visit our website at www.tinleychamber.org. Again, thank you so much for tuning in for another segment of the Chamber Spotlight. We hope you'll tune in again next month when we welcome 3 more Chamber members.